There we go. We're live. All right, everyone. Hey, so Dr. D here, Don Davidson, MD, coming to you live from Minnesota, believe it or not. And we are here helping out on an independent presidential candidate who's recently announced his run. So we're helping out on that campaign. Proud to do it. Really some policies that bring a lot of people together. And in my opinion, it's a lot less divisive than the current candidates. You can check him out. Brock Pierce is his name. He's a self-made actor and billionaire who's actually from Minnesota. So, you know, there's a lot of opportunity for me and my friends to become involved in this because of something that we're really, really excited to let everyone know about today. And that is our CBD sales technology, our sales program, right? So this technology allows folks from anywhere in the country to immediately enroll into our sales program and to start selling CBD and to really be able to create their own small business under them by recruiting other folks that may also, you know, want to buy CBD from them. And so this is going to be an opportunity where folks can attend private online training and education classes that are taught by me. And that's going to cover different cannabinoids, things about the hemp plant, how the hemp plant grows, how we extract things, really so I just get my brain downloaded into your brain and see things how I can see them. And that's really going to help you sell better. Now, one of the other big things that is passionate, to me and to a lot of my friends in Los Angeles and in Nevada are folks that have been wrongly incarcerated for cannabis. All right, I would certainly be in jail if cannabis was a bad thing for what I've done, and I've got friends that have just gotten out from pretty long times behind bars for simple cannabis nonviolent crimes. Right, and we all have a lot of friends that are there. And, a lot of people always ask me, well, D, how do you seem to get along with everyone? And I don't know. I've, worked a lot of jobs growing up and always been hanging out with all sorts of different folks from all sorts of socioeconomic classes. But I mean, I think cannabis is a really, really big connector and has always let people from all different backgrounds and, races really, really get together well and have a lighthearted conversation and before you get into all that, the deeper things, right? And so really, this is just us reaching out, whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you're Mexican, whether you're Hispanic, or wherever you're from, right? We don't really care. What we do care about is that folks that were incarcerated or that come from backgrounds that are socioeconomically disadvantaged and might not get that beautiful gift to be a kid growing up on a hemp farm this year with a little hemp seed in his hand and know exactly what CBD is. If you are in an inner city and you have anything on your record or come from a socioeconomic background that maybe is not as advantageous as other kids and you feel like you're left out for whatever reason, we really invite you to contact us, right? We've got call centers we're forming in Las Vegas. A lot of this stuff can obviously be done remotely, and that's really the beauty. So Matt, right here next to me, is one of our, I'd say, kind of lead sales and business development guys. He also advises us on a lot of our tech and web architecture build out. And Matt, yeah, man, I mean, I think it's just a cool place to be in where we're able to connect with so many people, both on like a campaign where you have to interact with all sorts of people, but then, what are we doing every day in like Las Vegas? I mean, we have a call center where, white people are talking to black people all day long, and it's awesome, and we're all working together, and we don't see a lot of those divides that the rest of the country does. We're in weed. We're weed.
Bridges the divide. Everyone's just used to rolling up blunts. I mean, it's really a unifying culture.
I mean,
it's a culture of cannabis, not black-white culture.
Yeah, so
we're all bonding over.
And so maybe cannabis is our vehicle. It's our prop, whatever you want to call it, but it's bringing everyone together. So if you're African American or any other race besides white and you want to go learn about CBD and you want to do a bunch of cool stuff with a bunch of cool people, we've invested a lot into this decentralized technology. You can see Matt and I are live coming to you from Minnesota. We'll be in Florida in another week. We'll be in Santa Barbara in another week. We'll be in New York City in another week. We'll be in DC in another week. And all this technology you see right here, right now, flies around with us, right? So
today's very exciting. We're just, I was just there, organize a fundraiser. We're going to have 50 people show up for Brock and outside the state capitol. So just kind of get all my old friends to show up. So sorry I wasn't there for the brief bit.
Yeah, yeah, I know. So Matt's
Sounds like herding cats and dogs.
right, and a lot of I think again, what's a mystery is there's a lot of people that are looking into the hemp and cannabis and CBD industries, and they they want to know who is it, or how do they do it, or who's all behind everything. And I think there's a lot of value in basically putting a face to everything, right? Matt, just letting people know who's out there, and Matt's going to be one of the guys and girls in our call center that is actually going to be answering your phone calls. All right. So as we scale our advertising, we're going to be looking for people that have had any sort of, cannabis convictions in the past, and really looking to work with those folks and give, everyone an opportunity to participate in the green rush that we are a part of. We've had basically 5 to 6 years ahead of everyone else out here in California, building our technology, honing our skill sets, and all of our marketing techniques and tools. So we're very high speed, low drag. What else, Matt? What else is cool to talk about?
Oh, just
what else about Minnesota?
Crazy campaign shit. Let me go and get this. Let me go and get this little prop we have here.
All right, get it.
Our little microphone here.
Guys, we have too much fun.
Working with the loudspeaker. Probably gonna screech everyone's ears. Yeah, it's a lot of fun out here. It definitely. I've always followed the energy. That's why I think we were attracted to the cannabis space. So many good people. It's about having a job that's fun. Why would we not want to sell weed and CBD skincare?
Yeah, so I think
bonds and stocks.
I think that's it. Yeah, we get the best of both worlds with the kind of careers that, well, at least for
and
me,
the tech,
that I've
and
chosen.
The tech
the
legitimizes it all. You're not just a weed guy.
Yeah.
That's what everyone sees. Like, oh, technology, telehealth, and cannabis. I see.
That's interesting.
Forward thinking.
Yeah. So while everybody else was back there simply working on their cannabis stuff, we were out there, building technology. We were scalable technology, right? So that's really one thing that makes us so valuable. Is a lot of people just neglected the telehealth aspect. They laughed. They think it's just the cannabis doctor stuff, but it couldn't be further from the truth, right? Those were the real dummies. The real dummies were the folks in California and these other states that watched medical marijuana doctors, and they kind of laughed that it was not so real.
So, Dr. D, where do we listen to this podcast? I have people asking me on Snapchat, where do we listen to this podcast?
Yeah,
we're on Facebook. Are we on SoundCloud? Or
yeah.
What's the total deal for new listeners?
So basically, right now, it's a neat app that we're streaming out across, Matt. So we go to all of my Facebook groups, my private Facebook, as well as my Twitter, and my YouTube. So watch this. This is actually pretty cool. I'll go ahead and grab this. Right. Let me share that and copy link. And I'm literally going to drop it right here for you. Boom. There we go. Dr. D live from Minnesota announcing all non-recognized criminals into a CBD sales program. Yeah. So guys, every Monday we're going to be having a live hour breakdown where we do this, and that's only going to be for people that join my private Facebook group, right? You got to show a little bit of interest, get in the private group, and we'll start teaching you how to sell, teaching you how to run your own small business and using my technology. And then my team and I are going to be basically on a road trip circling the United States with our mobile office, which is inside that big truck. All right. And then we'll also have our 2 smart cars that will be behind us. Right. So we'll basically go into a city for a few weeks at a time, and then meet with our reps that are there, help do some sales, and help meet everyone that's getting involved. So if you're in Miami, Florida, or if you're in Texas, or if you're in
Minnesota, we'll be with you in Minnesota right now. Come out tomorrow.
Yeah. And if you're in Minnesota, or if you have any friends that are in Minnesota and you want to come meet us, we're here. And we are having some open dinners and meetings.
Open bar.
With folks that are, interested in the program, interested in the campaign, or interested in just learning more about CBD, or meeting some people that have been in this industry for so long. Those are just going to make it really loud.
Testing, playing out with the...
So yeah, guys, I think that's pretty cool. And what else, Matt? I mean, let's just talk a little bit about Minnesota life here. I think that's always pretty cool.
Yeah. So what's the first thing you've noticed about Minnesota culture? Is this your first time being here?
This is actually my first time being to Minnesota. I think we walked around downtown a little bit. Pretty clean downtown overall.
Had some infield, a few infield.
We walked past some of the places where the riots had been. We saw the Target windows all boarded up. We actually went into the Target that was broken into. And then, we're actually out here talking to people. And I think that's pretty cool to walk in and talk to people about cannabis, CBD, weed, politics, and
called a couple of few dispensaries. It's a really relaxing space. You can just, as soon as we deploy into here, I immediately just pull up on my phone Minnesota dispensaries and just wait on hold. And of course, just first thing we do is ask them how their day's going and if we can talk to the purchasing manager. And it's just this constant thing of keeping the inflow coming no matter where you are.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that is so organic about what I do, and a lot of people kind of ask, how do you go into these places and make friends so fast? Is, well, we kind of, we plan, right? We set things up to be easy and have a good time. So we're coming into places where we're going to set up operations. We're usually, leasing a nice penthouse or mansion, right, for a month or 3 or 6 months that we basically set up as our mobile headquarters. And, that's a big deal. It makes it nice. It's a relaxed environment. It's a nice place. And then people of all walks of life are invited to come over and work with us and meet with us. And, that's kind of been one of the hallmarks of what we've done since 2015. And, it's really an industry house for the industry, by the industry. It's us putting, 10 racks a month back into a place that everybody gets to use, not just us.
That's what we got the campaign and other people have started to see is the ecosystem that a mansion creates. It's just not about it's really not about the boisterous flex of wealth, more or less. The center that the mansion creates is really a battleship to uplift people, and the mansion's it's a prop, it's a bait to operate your business. And some of the other guys were telling me, some of the drivers actually, in fact, the drivers of the limo were talking about how easy it is to run social dynamics and build a network if you have a house with a pool. They didn't even say mansion.
Right.
They said house with a pool in LA. If you want to get girls, build a network, get a pool. And I said, yeah, get a pool and maybe a mansion. And it's not hard to do if you have 4 people and
correct.
You monetize the house.
That's right. So yeah, a lot of the people that are, again, either dummies or haters, they're not operating in these situations, right? So we go in and we get these houses and then we actually schedule them as our event venues. So one night it might be diabetes and CBD education night. We get people hanging out. We'll start live streaming those events.
The other day it might be a cannabis networking event for females.
Right. Yeah. Women's only event networking. That's a possibility. We do elevated dinners, movies by the pool. So anyways, we're just out actively and outwardly engaging. Yeah, definitely photo shoots. All sorts of fun stuff, and really we just create dynamic, fun events and ecosystems where people come and meet each other.
I don't think Tesla is the best example of this. You don't need to spend any dime on paid marketing. You just create the fun, create the exuberance of the brand.
That's always what we've said, is that if you can't embed some of the fun into the teaching or the instruction or the selling, it becomes much more difficult to hire quality people, because what are they going to do? They're going to go home. They're not really part of the crew. They're not really involved.
Yeah, you get people working 24/7.
You want people loyal. Right? Loyal and fun. That's correct.
You can ask people how are the sales coming at 1 a.m.
Yeah, that's right. And
I found some of the best discussions have happened just like when you're living together, just integrated in the environment.
The hive.
They don't call them hacker houses for a reason.
Well, guys, I think I think this is going to be an enjoyable show for everyone, and we hope you keep following along.
The road show keeps continuing.
We'll give you an update when we head to another city, or maybe we'll be podcasting live from some events that we're doing pretty soon. And we appreciate everyone watching. And if you do want to get involved, right, you can search for me on the internet. You can email me from my website. My email is there. Our phone number is there. You can find me on Instagram at Don Davidson MD. You can, email, call, Instagram. I don't know what else. That's pretty much it, guys. If you want to get involved, find me on Facebook, whatever, and just send us a message, and then we'll be running our nationwide ad campaign, spooling people into the system.
Yeah, that was another thing we did today. We talked with the ad provider and learning how to tap into the network. I didn't even know that existed. That's another thing that you're able to teach people. It's like, whoa, there's a ad network just for cannabis, and Who would have thought? I never would have thought that there was specialty ad networks.
Yeah. So yeah. We've been whittling away at some of this stuff for a while. You know, we know where to deploy our capital and how to have we really achieve the effect of what a massive company would do, basically with just a couple of guys that really like what they do. I mean, it's kind of funny to see, bro.
It's cool to see Dr. D operate. I mean, the first thing that we talked about is like what the ad spend is, and it's like, hey, if you're not cool with spending $150 a day on ads, which turns out to be around like $5,000, then you really shouldn't be in this space, because people are prioritizing their dinner. You know, having a $70 dinner, spending money on alcohol, $20 on alcohol a day. You know, don't go out on a Friday night if you want to have a brand. You know, put that into Facebook ads, put that into ads.
Yeah, and I think that's the other thing that a lot of people they don't understand how the mansions are run, or they think they're some party house, and it's really not like that. It's because all of us cannabis guys are having way too much fun talking about cannabis, meeting other cannabis folks, having people over, smoking a little weed, and going to sleep and working out and getting up
at
to
a reasonable time and doing it sustainably. I see that the alcohol people are not doing that. They're just
the alcohol people
getting up late. Again, me and Dr. D were the first people in there at 7:30 a.m. today, and we were greeting everybody at the breakfast dinner, just getting our work done because we're healthy and refreshed and have low inflammation. Alcohol inflames you, so
that's true.
Hacking the matrix.
Cannabis is the new thing. Alcohol is going out the window, and you know there is no safe level of alcohol, Matt. Like the research continues to show that. So I mean, every time you have a drink, it's cytotoxic. It's terrible for you.
I get a headache. I have 2 drinks and I already have a headache. I want water right now.
Yeah, I mean, really, the only reason we're drinking is because of social pressures and conditioning. Yep.
We'd all prefer to smoke a joint. Yesterday.
All right, team. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll be posting some more instructions on how to get involved in the MLM, and talk soon. Ciao.
Please reach out. Have fun. Take care.